Titanfall 1 established an expansive and vast universe, yet the story was so limited we only saw parts of that universe. Titanfall 2 came along, built upon the foundation 1 built, and delivered one of the greatest FPS campaigns of all time. While the sequel did expand upon the universe in a great way, it also gave us the biggest unanswered question the franchise has yet to even mention. Titanfall 2's final boss fight was Heartbreak.
Cause I know that we fall apart when nothing's new, 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 nothing's new. Please spare me indignity.
Just kidding, well technically it was Sloan, I know, I forgot about her too. BT makes the ultimate sacrifice to stop the Fold weapon, a weapon of mass destruction capable of exploding entire planets from the inside out. But where did it come from? Who made it? And why was it made? So many questions, and today I'm going to attempt to answer all of them. But before we do that, you should definitely subscribe for more. I post videos every week about Titanfall, Dead by Daylight, so if that interests you, you should definitely subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, and you can also join my Discord for updates about my videos, and I also stream on Twitch. The Arc is an ancient technology that is seemingly used to power the Fold weapon. The Arc was discovered on Typhon by the Aries division of the IMC. The Aries division, also known as the Archaeological Research Division, is the R&D portion of the IMC. So as the name suggests, they're a bunch of archaeologists like from that one movie Cretaceous Playground or whatever. Except they're a little bit more armed and dangerous than their movie counterparts, and by a little I mean a lot. Seriously though, what research team needs a Titan to dig up some old bones? Seems like overkill if you ask me. Primarily run by General Martyr, one of the big bads from the campaign of Titanfall 2, and if the name still isn't ringing any bells, he's a guy who underpays his hired mercenaries.
It's your lucky day, hero. I'm not going to kill you. I don't work for free. But you don't get to kill me either. Yeah, you earned this, eh?
Listen, that Vanguard-class Titan is still in there.
Not my problem, Martyr. Should have put it in my contract. I've got other people with money to see.
What are you doing? What do you think you are doing?
Back to the Arc though. On an old expedition on Typhon, as mentioned earlier, the Ares division would discover the Arc and Fold weapon. Upon discovery of the Arc weapon, the IMC naturally began researching on the strange device. Of course, these experiments were not so pretty. At one point, a scientist used them to cook a prowler alive.
Dr. Jefferson Boyle, log 3. I had to get creative. Failed experiments on Typhon's indigenous wildlife are unfortunately next door. In other words, I cooked a prowler. Tasted like chicken, if chicken was a weird dinosaur-like creature injected with IMC meds and steroids. On a lighter note, I think I found a way to upload these logs to what's left of the IMC network here. Maybe someone's monitoring. Here's to hope.
Soon after that, human experimentation was approved to study the long-term physical and psychological effects. They captured and used colonists from Colony G21 to do so. The IMC would then create a casing to transport the Arc safely. They would transport it to a small man-made replica of the Fold weapon, and use it to destroy Typhon's moon Orthos in a test. Upon firing the Fold weapon, the area surrounding it would be affected by ripples in time and space. The purpose of this test was to see if it was possible to use the weapon against Harmony, the homeworld of the militia. The IMC would begin preparations to use a Fold weapon on Harmony. Of course, before any of that could happen, Jack and BT made Doom Guy look like a peaceful protester by ripping and tearing through hundreds of IMC personnel.
Alexander Darren, log 14.6. The intruder has some kind of advanced tech and is slaughtering our response teams. Tyler and Wildlife Research said 2 teams were taken out of the elevator banks in a matter of seconds. By one guy.
When BT sacrifices himself, he is redirecting the energy of the Fold weapon back onto Typhon, which ultimately ends up destroying the planet. At a surface level, the events don't leave much room for questions. It seems pretty straightforward, but looking past the given explanations, we realize there may be a far more terrifying threat out there in our universe. As mentioned before, the Arc and Fold weapons are not man-made. They were built by a race of aliens that were super advanced, however are labeled as ancient. Typhon is not the only planet in the frontier with ancient alien activity. To learn more, we have to travel back in time to the underrated Titanfall 1. Unfortunately, Titanfall was an online-only game, and let's just say not a lot of people are really playing it on the PC right now. However, if anyone knows how one could possibly play the campaign solo, let me know in the comments below, or maybe you guys want to join me, you should definitely join my Discord and help me out. There are two maps that stand out from the first game, Lagoon and Swampland. The description of Lagoon reads, "This small fishing village on the outskirts of the Freeport system quickly became a flashpoint for IMC militia conflict when a distressed IMC carrier made an emergency landing nearby. Key landmarks include an abandoned temple of mysterious origin. Key landmarks include an abandoned temple of mysterious origin built next to the sheer cliffs behind the village, portable IMC base structures, and the ship itself. Snipers frequently clash over control of the cliffs that bisect the village, which is accessible via a small network of zip lines." And Swampland reads, "Swampland's ancient ruins were revealed when the IMC's newly acquired water processing facilities began to drain the region. Under Spyglass's direction," Spyglass mention, we are huge Spyglass stands right here. Respawn, bring him back for Titanfall 3, or whatever Titanfall game you're making next. I don't know what it is, we don't know what it is, but bring Spyglass back or I will have war. An IMC dig site was quickly established to recover artifacts within the ruins. Intercepting transmissions from the dig site, the approaching Frontier Militia Recon Fleet diverts a small strike team to secure the archaeological data. Swampland might seem familiar because it was reused for Kings Canyon and Apex Legends. The wiki also states that similar to the Ark, getting close to the ancient ruins would cause a glitching effect across your screen. Also, according to the Titanfall wiki, this means that the Swampland is set on Typhon, also taking into account the flyers we see around the map. A species indigenous to Typhon, however, this still doesn't necessarily mean it takes place on Typhon, as flyers have been spotted all throughout the frontier. For example, Storm Point and Kings Canyon. So in my humble opinion, we cannot definitively say where the Swamplands are. However, the Lagoon is on an unnamed planet in the Freeport system, which is also home to Harmony. This helps us get an idea of scope for this ancient alien race, meaning this alien species was capable of space travel, big surprise there, but had also established themselves on different planets across the frontier. The presence of a pyramid suggests that they could also have been a highly religious species too. Or the pyramids similar to our own are actually communications devices waiting for me to enter and activate them to call upon the alien species to help with my ascent to godhood. While both ideas are highly plausible, we can't say for certain. But now we have to address the elephant on Typhon. Why did they build the Fold weapon? In one of the audio files from Titanfall 2's Cause and Effect mission, an IMC scientist said that the technology was being used incorrectly by the IMC themselves, implying the Fold weapon isn't a weapon at all.
Rhino log 7.6. General Marder is gone. He's making us stay to complete the test. I don't trust this thing. The Ark is unstable.
Dr. Ehrenberg, log 11.4. Further research still leaves questions about the Fold weapon and its intended purpose. I don't think we're using it right, and that may cause a problem. Marder thinks it's worth it. Well, I'm going on record. This is a bad idea.
But then what could it be? Perhaps it's some sort of energy source, seeing as the Ark was capable of powering a giant planet-destroying device. The most plausible purpose for the Fold weapon, in my opinion, is for terraforming. Again, the IMC is believed to be using the Fold device completely wrong. So maybe the IMC overloaded the device when in reality aliens could remotely terraform entire planets, and maybe that's exactly what they did. All of the planets on the frontier have been shown to be hospitable and habitable. In fact, when humans don't meddle with the planet, most are shown to be quite rich in fauna and wildlife. When used as a weapon, the Fold device almost seems to affect the gravity of a planet, causing it to almost implode. Maybe when used correctly, the device can change the atmosphere of the planet, completely causing it to be habitable. However, this doesn't explain the time distortions that the Fold weapon seems to cause. Perhaps it is a time travel device, a gateway to another dimension, or something else sci-fi-y. Maybe just the energy source is highly unstable and somehow that causes time travel. I don't know, I'm not a scientist. I'm analyzing an alien species that we've never seen in a fictional video game that was released 8 years ago, with one of the most notoriously schizophrenic communities. You can't expect me to know all the science mumbo jumbo. Or perhaps the Fold device is a weapon, a defensive weapon. Maybe there was something out there far more advanced than the ancient civilization we've seen so far. Maybe another species our ancient aliens were horrified of. Because at the end of the day, our alien friends aren't around anymore. So what could have happened to them? What made them extinct? Who killed them? And with that, I'll leave you to ponder on that final question. I hope it sounded as deep as I wanted it to, and I hope you liked this video. You should definitely subscribe for more. Let me know in the comments what you want me to cover next. Again, like I said, I'm doing weekly Titanfall videos. I kind of want to do like a Titanfall 1 playthrough, but I'm not really sure how to do that. I can buy the game, but is it really worth it if there's literally 0 players playing on Steam? So if you got any ideas, or maybe the campaign does run every once in a while, just let me know. Again, we also do Titanfall 2 custom matches. We've been playing like hide and seek and pilot says, really fun stuff. So you should definitely stop by my Discord or Twitch and you can catch one of those and you could potentially join. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. Peace out. I really appreciate you guys watching to the end. You guys are goats.